This video is a complete review of Ozark Trail 10-person Glamping Ridge Tent. Now, if you're looking at this tent, chances are you're also tired of the usual crawl-in tents or you want more headroom to stand up straight inside. Okay, there are much more fancier tents out there, but one, they cost a small fortune. And two, we own a mid-sized sedan. With that comes the limited trunk space. Now, add in our fur baby who loves road trips, we lose the option of storage on back seat. So, space really matters for us. This tent comes in only one color option, beige on the top half and orange on the bottom half. It looks subtle, but I feel it brings a bit of elegance. It is equipped with an awning, so you can sit and relax under it if your campsite has limited shade. And when packed, this bag is sleek, about 28 inches long and 10 inches wide, and weighs just around 28 pounds. Manageable to carry by one person. So this tent checked all our boxes, hence we bought it. And honestly, the price pays for itself in just one trip. For example, we recently camped at Acadia National Park for 4 consecutive nights, where hotel and even motel prices were outrageous. This tent saved us hundreds of dollars. And by the way, if you want to see that Acadia's itinerary, it will be linked above or it will be on our channel. Inside the bag, along with the tent, you will find a bag of poles, 12 basic stakes, and a 55-inch projector screen. On paper, the floor measures about 15.5 by 11.5 feet, so roughly 179 square feet. But because of the hexagonal shape, you don't really get to use all of that space. Realistically, this tent is best for one queen air mattress with plenty of rooms for bags and gears, and maybe 2 nightstands with ample amount of space for accessing the doors. You could probably squeeze in a second queen mattress, but it'll be tight and difficult to move around. Now the peak height is listed as 90 inches, but that's only at the center axis. Once you move towards the wall, the headroom drops fast, so standing upright is only comfortable in the middle section of the tent. The tent's base layer is thin material, so on gravel or rough terrain, it's prone to tear. A tarp is a good investment for longevity of the tent. It doubles as a moisture barrier and insulation. We use this heavy-duty Ozark Trail tarp. Since there isn't one cut out for this tent, we went with 10 feet into 20 feet tarp that runs about $35. We just fold the excess underneath or use it as a mat outside the side doors. Now, one drawback is, this tent must be staked before setup. If you need to move or reorient it, you'll need to take it down completely. So plan your layout ahead of time. Campsites with wooden platforms won't really work unless you find a way to stake it. One stake, you actually set it up from the inside of the tent, different from other traditional pole tents. 2 people are ideal to set it up. While one goes inside the tent, the other passes the poles. The manual is absolute trash. Don't waste your time with it. Here's the gist. Pole A has an extension that slides into a pocket in the tent, while pole B goes inside the slot. Velcro straps are provided to secure everything after the initial setup. You can adjust the stretch of the ceiling from here. This product claims setup takes about 15 minutes, but in reality it's closer to 20 to 30 minutes even with 2 people. Solo setup is possible, but it's definitely a workout to maneuver inside and outside of the tent. Depending on the weather, you can use guy lines. If heavy winds are not expected, I usually skip them. Stakes hold the tent pretty well. For the awning, you'll need the other 2 extra poles. But the tricky part is they must be secured with guy lines, otherwise they won't stand up straight. Guy lines can be confusing at first, but there are plenty of tutorials online, so no need for me to bore you with knots. Inside, there are 4 storage pockets which are distributed around the tent. These can hold small items like phones, keys, or even flashlights. The tent has 4 lower vents with props to keep them open, plus 2 ceiling vents. All are lined with mesh to keep bugs out. These upper vents help as hot air exhaust and limit the condensation during the summer months. There's also a pocket for an electric line, but it doesn't seal shut. So you can add Velcro straps, but we just use magnets to close it off. It has big netted windows on either sides of the door and one big window on the back side of the tent. These come handy to circulate air during summer. One of the best part is the top of the tent. It doesn't have mesh top like these other tents, so hot air from heaters or cold air from ACs won't escape easily. Although it doesn't come with separate rain fly, on our recent trip it rained all night long. The tent held up well and we didn't see any water on the inside. The projector screen is an added bonus. If you don't like to use it on the outside of the tent, you can also use it on the inside of the tent. With all the lower vents closed, this tent did hold the temperature well with the heater inside it. Outside, the temperature was about 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, but inside the tent, it was around 22 Celsius or 71 Fahrenheit. The fabric is standard vinyl material that you will find on any other tents around this price point. So I'm doubtful if it can be a 4-season tent. There is no pole going across the ceiling, so if you have fans or lights that need to be hanged, you only get the corner poles. One of the major cons we noticed is that if you use this tent in winter with any kind of heaters, you can expect a lot of condensation. One day in our New Hampshire trip, we woke up to find a lot of water on the floor of the tent. So that's our experience with Ozark Trail 10% Glamping Ridge Tent. It is not perfect, but for the price, it's a solid choice. If you're looking for a budget-friendly way to glamp without blowing your travel budget, you can choose this. We used this tent on 7 camping occasions for overall about 12 nights, and the tent has enough life to handle a few more trips.